Hey, what's up, you guys? It is your girl, Red Diamond Shawty, and whew, I have missed y'all. Ain't nothing really been popping lately. We are gonna do a review tonight. I'm waiting on, my bad, my bad. I had y'all prepared to see a show that does not come on to this week. You caught her slipping. I'm sorry. A couple of quick things. It looked like my hair standing up on my head, child, because it is. I have had a day, but we won't even get into that. But today, for real, my edges was brushed down. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, ooh. That was gel, y'all. It wasn't dandruff. That was gel. My hair is standing up. What in the hell is going? Hold on, y'all. I might have to wash my face first. But today was crunk. Okay, it was turned up and it just had my hair standing on top of my head, but we won't get into that. We're going to touch base on a couple quick things, then we're going to jump into this. I have sent out those gift cards. If you have not gotten it, please comment below or email me. If you were getting a gift card, well, my email ain't no secret. It's talkist@gmail.com. And if y'all have not liked, click, and subscribe below, we going to have us some issues. No, I'm playing. Secretly in my mind, I'm like a part of the mafia, but I'm not. So, whatever. Anyway, let me tell y'all about this upcoming stylist. Well, he's been around, but he's about to start doing videos. His name is T. Rudolph, and he is a celebrity stylist. He has styled for Elite, which is Keisha Cole's sister from BET, The Way It Is, Neffy and Frankie. He styled Neffy, he styled Frankie. He's styled like some other artists too, but I'm not gonna give all his tea out. Y'all have to tune in. And what I like about him is he will have you slayed for the guys. Like, no matter what your body size is or body type is, like, I'm not gonna tell my body type because that's a secret and shit. But I wasn't looking like a bubble by the time, he gave me his advice. And he gives you a complete look, an affordable look. So, like, what more could you ask for? And what I like about him is that he's a guy stylist. So he's giving you something that men like to see. So definitely once he comes out, once he presents himself, I'll definitely put the links below. You guys got to follow him because it will get you your life. Bet that. So let's jump into this. Tonight, we are talking about love and hip hop, okay? And I'm glad that it is finally starting to pick up because the shit was a little bit of a snooze fest. Tonight, we got some energy. So, anyway, the episode starts off with Tommy and Carly meeting up. And they're pretty much addressing the fact that Tommy went back and said that Carly was bad-mouthing her. Now, Carly said, I didn't say what you think I said. You know what I mean? You kind of portrayed that like I was dogging her out, but let's be for real. Jessica Dime was the main one saying everything. I might have and amen and said church a little bit in the background, but that doesn't mean I fully agreed with her. And so Tommy was like, well, you did say stuff too. So Carly was like, okay, well, if you want to play this game, I got some tea that I'm not telling your ass. And Tommy was like, stop playing. I don't know what Tommy be on, but it definitely ain't ibuprofen 800. I'm going to put it like that. Anyway, so they talk about her, pretty much being two-faced. So Jocelyn Hernandez and Tommy sit down, and pretty much Jocelyn is saying, yo, you need to calm down a little bit because you two turned. At first, the first event where you turned up and kind of got with it, I thought you was just my girl and you was a little crazy like me. But she's like, everything you invited me to, you tearing up shit, bitch. Like, now you starting to build up a tab. And when you building up a love and hip hop tab, that means you're cutting into my love and hip hop checks. So you need to go sit your seat, have your seat. Your Cast B member seat. You're not a Cast A member yet, baby. You're affecting the rotation. Let's have a seat. So, It clips off of that, and pretty much Tommy Tommy, I think, is a pawn. Tommy got offered some money that she's never had before. And I do know that some of these shows, they kind of pre-telling you what it is that you're going to do. And it's like, what? Tommy sold her soul for a coin. They got you out here in your Lane Bryant lingerie, fucking running around trying to jump on the, what that one hurts, the moving truck, trying to get a ride. Like, where did your car go? Like, what is you on, Tommy? You starting to look like them junkies out there on the side of the road where they be filming them doing this outrageous stuff. Like, come on, Tommy. Sit down. So it goes into Jocelyn looking for a house. Jocelyn and Stevie looking for a house. They tired of living in a hotel. Why y'all in a hotel? I thought y'all owned the White House. That y'all bought this and this was the White House and y'all was going to be doing these things. You know, what happened to that? Like, the more y'all fucking open your mouths, the more loopholes in your story that I'm finding. Like, I thought y'all, the Jordans, bought the White House. I don't know. But Don is there talking with Jocelyn, and Jocelyn is like, look, I don't know why Tommy came for me, but what I can tell you is me and Grandma KK was locked up together, and that's the only way she can pull this back to me. But me and KK didn't have no beef back then, so I really don't even know what the issue is. Stevie walks in, and this nigga looked like he seen his child support officer sitting on the couch. He was like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like one of them kind of reactions. And he doesn't even really bother to address Don for real. He addresses the person that he has control over, which is Jocelyn. And that is the sign of a coward, if you guys didn't know. You can't talk to me, the person you have a problem with, and I'm sitting in your face. You're going to talk around me? Okay, well, we can play that game. Whatever. He was like, she done called me a drug addict and all this other stuff. Stevie, didn't you just get out of rehab? Didn't we just watch you go through this whole metamorphosis and stuff like that? Like, unless you was filming a documentary, The Day in the Life of Rehab, then what you go for, baby? If it wasn't drug abuse. Anyway, so Carly meets up with Scrap, and of course she ain't got no drawers on. Now, mind you, go back to the beginning of the episode. Carly done had this black skirt on all day, pretty much. And I ain't tripping, because I had a pair of jeans that I would rock and just kind of maybe twist them to the left a little bit, twist them to the right a little bit. But I was rocking them because they was my favorite pair of jeans, and wasn't nobody gonna know my secret but me and now y'all. So anyway, Carly has to close down the store, and she bends all over with her no drawers having ass cell phone. And my thing is, she's like, okay, well, Scrap, I want to sign you to my record label or whatever. Okay, Carly, you pose for Playboy. You have 2 stores. You own a record label. You got your cosmetics going. Baby, calm down. Because you need to either focus on some serious marketing or something, because we ain't seeing none of this out here in the not love and hip-hop world. Just in case you didn't know. So Scrap instantly is like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look into it, And I'm like, this is so contrived. Who the fuck just signs to a record label from Carly Red, who's supposed to be with Life Jennings, and she ain't rotating his shit? And just be like, okay, well, you know, I get it, Your family's supposed to have all this money. Like, wasn't you managing SAS? So why are you signing a record deal? Stupid face, Scrappy. Oh, his nose is just like, he fine except his nose. His nose just throws me off. So anyway, Scrap goes and he's like, let me go on and kiss this bitch for this check. This the check. So he goes and he kisses Carly. Then he picks her up with his little struggle arms, and, you know, they get to doing what she do. And Carly is at that age. A woman primes a little later than men. So it's kind of the perfect age mix. She's at that age where she want to fuck all the time, and he's at that age where he want to give it all the time. So that's pretty much how that goes. I mean, she'll give it to anybody. Let's hope Life ain't get locked up while you out here. I mean, did you Google any facilities in your local area, bitch? He is a felon. If he got caught slipping in his pimping, that fool is behind bars. You like, he ain't called, he ain't did this. Bitch, you better get to Googling local correctional facilities. Make sure Life ain't got caught up with his felon ass. Anyway, Jocelyn Hernandez goes to see K. Michelle, and K. Michelle is back. And I definitely, for a fact, think K. Michelle and Jocelyn have fucked a time or two. They just too personal with it. And as much as we love to hate Jocelyn, she hasn't given any facts that have not come back true yet. And I can't give all the tea. But you'll see later on that a lot of what she's saying is coming true. And she's talking about, you know, Kay's talking about, oh, I done came back to stun on some bitches and woo-to-woo-to-woo. And I'm like, oh, okay, Kay Michelle. I thought you were a good person anyway. So, I mean, you wasn't studying. You already getting it. I think you the only love and hip-hop person with an actual album out. So how much more do you want to stunt? Stevie goes and he goes to talk with Mimi, and he's like, yo, I need to crash at your house a few days. My wife that was never really my wife, you know, she done put me out the hotel or whatever, you know, so she over at K. Michelle house pretty much trying to fuck on her. So let me just go ahead and catch your couch or your guest room or whatever for a couple days. We all know Mimi. Mimi, of course, was going to say yes. Stevie knew she was going to say yes. I'm not understanding why Mr. Jordan has all of this money. Didn't Puff pretty much tell him like a little while ago, if you need somewhere to go, welcome back to Bad Boy, I got you. What happened to that? What happens to all this money you getting? Like, really, is Mimi your only option at this point? Because you was already in a motel. You can't get that shit in your own name. You know, life is fucked up if you can't get a hotel room in your name. I'm just saying. Anyway, Mimi accepts that shit and she gets all dramatic for her storyline that she has to let Chris know. Let Chris know and see how Chris feels about it. So Jocelyn meets up with Tommy. And Tommy, okay, in my thing about the first meeting, I might have my meetings mixed up. But that fucking skirt that Tommy has on looks like plastic dots. And I'm thinking, what season is it, Tommy? You got on dots and a sweatshirt. What are you going through? But finally, she admits to some alcohol abuse. And I'm glad that she's finally just been open and honest with that, because that is the first step. Correct, correct. So Diamond and Carly meet up and she spills all the tea. And Jessica pretty much says that, you know, Scrap been on my tip, which is old news, because Bam and Scrap was beefing on, Bam and Dime was beefing on Instagram not too long ago. And Jessica Diamond's like, I told your dude no. And that's the thing. I be stalking Instagram so much and just watching for the tea so much that I'm privy to a lot of information that's overlooked. But no, Jessica don't end up with Scrap, nor does she even really do anything with Scrap. So Chris and Mimi sit down, and Chris is like, yo, look, I can't handle this shit in a nutshell. You need time to figure you out, and I can't handle your baby daddy living here. Like, I done took on all of you and your bullshit, your secrets, your whack-ass sex tape, your flat ass. I have taken you as you are. I have demonstrated the love of Christ with you. But you fucking pushing it, bitch. And now I got to roll. And I commend Chris for that, because a lot of us in situations, it's been time for us to leave, but we keep finding a million reasons why to stay. So kudos to Chris for being like, you know what, I can't do it no more. I can't. And she's like, I know that Stevie's going to try to make a pass at her, but that also lets me know that she's not completely sure that Mimi would say no to the pass either. But which one of us are? Anyway, K. Michelle shows up. Carly shows up to K. Michelle shooting her video. And she thinks Rashida put a hex on her. Huh? Like, don't you have to be susceptible to a hex being put on you? Like, you have to kind of believe in that for that to happen, right? I don't know. K. Michelle can sing for the gods. She can. But she talk like motherfucking 50 Cent with them horse teeth. I can't stand it. I just open your mouth, please. Anyway, and it's there, the B-Day, and they're hitting the town. So that's Arian, Rashida, Jessica Dine, Carly Red, and Mimi. They're sitting over in their little corner at the M Bar. And of course, Carly's bringing the drama because she lived for that. But that purple eyeshadow was popping or whatever. And Bambi comes to the party. Now, this lets me know that Bambi wasn't invited, because Bambi was in a whole nother side of the club. And she was with her little new boo thing, Chaz, and Jessica sits down thinking she's making a bad joke, but she is the shadiest unshader that I know. She's like, girl, I'm glad to see you sitting over here with Chaz, because Scrap been blowing me up. He been all in my business, all in my face. And I just been blowing that nigga off in a nutshell. And Bambi, you can see when she trying to play it cool, because she can't overreact because her new dude right there. But as we know, they got engaged. So she still somewhat had love for Scrappy. She's like, you didn't need to tell me that. And Bambi just saw that as a reason to be able to antagonize her. Because, I mean, Jessica found it as a reason to antagonize her. I mean, ooh, is that have I had that on my nose this whole video, y'all? Y'all tripping. But anyway, so they get into it, and pretty much they throwing the ultimate shade at each other. And what is that Jessica got on? Is that like a leotard and some tights? Is that the new style or whatever? They got me confused. But anyway, that's pretty much where the episode ends. And my favorite quote of the day is when Jessica Dime called Carly thought of the Risa. Something like that. But y'all see it. That was so super funny to me. I'm glad that the season is finally starting to pick up. I'm glad that some other people, some of them Cast C members, are starting to show face and get out there. I mean, how does it feel to be a Cast A member and then be a Cast C member in a couple seasons? But I guess they don't care as long as they're getting the checks. Anyways, like, click, subscribe. Let me know what you think, how you felt about the episode. Talk to me. Let's chat it out. Peace.